Hey, Alex here with your real estate market update for Sacramento and Placer County. It's January 16th. Let's jump in and take a look. I want to start off by looking at the foreclosures out there. I've gotten a number of phone calls this last week from people needing help with their foreclosure properties. They're in foreclosure, and I want to go in and let's talk about what that market looks like. So what you're looking at right here is a map, obviously, of the greater Sacramento area. Sacramento's down in here. And I'm going to go in and layer in 30-day defaults, and you see them pop up. 30 to 60, 60 to 90, 3 to 4 months, 4 to 6 months, and then trust deed sales. I'm layering this in because I just want to demonstrate what that market looks like for foreclosures. And you can see that there are a lot of properties that are in default. Guys, don't go it alone. I mean, when you fill out your distressed packet, they send you a packet in the mail and you fill it out. Connect with me. I'll help you fill it out. I did two of them this week. I'm not charging a fee for it. I'm just here to help people out. I've done hundreds of foreclosure workouts, forbearance agreements. I just give it to you straight. I don't have a money motive in it. This blog here, I'll put it in the description. It explains the foreclosure process. Don't go it alone. Get help. There's help at the municipal level with, I believe, Sacramento and Placer County. But at the end of the day, I just want to tell you the bank doesn't want your home. They want you to keep it, but don't go it alone. Seek help. If you need help from me, obviously I'm there for you. All right, let's talk about interest rates. This is getting good. Look at the 30-year fixed rate at 6.04%, 15-year fixed at 5.57. So if you're out there in the market looking to buy, you're going to get a sub 6% rate because your agent is going to go in and negotiate to get the seller to pay for your buy down of your loan. And that way you get a sub 6%. So if you have a good agent that's negotiating for you, 6.4 becomes 5.75 with a rate buy down. Take advantage of it. When you're going in and negotiate, I know we all want to get the property for as little as possible. And on the other side, when you sell your property, you want as much for it. I get that. Everybody wants that. But back away from it and look at what the long term is. And if you can get a rate buy down through negotiating, you need to do it to get your rate down to 5.75. Because look, if you get 5.75 on your loan, you're probably not gonna have to refinance for quite a while. I did loans for 15 years. Every time you refinance, you got to figure out, is it worth it? And it usually takes 5 years for that refi to pay for itself. All right, now let's look at the market. Now this is Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado, and Yolo County. I grouped them all in together. We're going to take a look at what those numbers look like. We have dark green is sold, light green is for sale, and the red line is pending. You can see pendings are tailing off a little bit, but it's seasonal. We see it every year this time of year, those pendings tail off. Um, Price per square foot. This is through December, so we don't have January numbers in here, but price per square foot edged up slightly. So, despite what we hear from mainstream media, our market is seeing an increase in price per square foot on average. And it shows we have a strong market. Now, let's look at combined days on market and sale price to original list price. So whatever you listed your property at compared to what it sold at is this red line, and it's tailing off a little bit. And I think that is expectations being adjusted when you get into marketing a property. We're seeing some properties that have been on the market for 6 months that are finally having price drops. I have two listings out there, and I've done price drops on both of them. So they're tailing off slightly. Days on market, you can see that we're up slightly, and I think that's just a seasonal thing. Now we're looking at sold versus for sale. And you can see for sale, we've edged up slightly as we've gone through the year. But you can see in that spring home buying season, April, May, June, you can see there was a peak, or I should say an increase. But it's very seasonal right now. Finally, months of inventory, and this is the number that's most interesting to me because you can see months of inventory are tailing off. And so what this is months of inventory based on current closed sales. So right now we're at 2.4 months. I know a year ago at this time we were at 7 months. So months of inventory has decreased slightly. So in my newsletter, which is you'll see a link attached at the bottom, I go back and I'm revisiting the Placer County ADU program. Placer and Sacramento County have released an already engineered and approved set of house plans to build an ADU, and I explain what that is right here. One of my more popular posts from over the summer, over 1,100 people check that out. I had a question about water rights. Water rights, when it comes to rural property, as you know, I'm an expert certified in doing land and ranch transactions. And so I had a question about water rights, and I put together a blog post on it. This is a popular program. I have a number of people sign up for this. It's Equity Protect. Protect the equity in your home with Equity Protect. It puts a lien on your title through this bonded company. So if anyone's trying to steal your equity or sell your property out from under you, check this out. If you're non-owner and live out of state, you really want to do this. I've done it on my property. And lastly, I want to talk about assume list. I have a number of clients that are looking at property with assume list. Even though rates are coming down, they're at 6%. This Applegate property, 2.71% is the assumable first on it right now. This one here in Lincoln is 2.56. Again, you can assume that interest rate. I got a 3%, 3%, 2.82% in Applegate again. Guys, it's a great way to save money. We're out there looking for listings for FHA, VA, assumable loans, USDA is another one. They're less common though. But we're looking for those listings because they bring value to the property. If we can get an assumable property, we go out there and we really market it that it is assumable and we're getting more money for that property because of that low rate. So if you're in the market for property, don't overlook assumables. You can't be quite as choosy because obviously we don't have a huge inventory of assumable properties, but they're out there. And like I say, our office has done a couple dozen last year. Real happy that homeowners are taking a hard look at that. So that's my market update for January 16th. If you're in the market to purchase a home, you can search right from my website. If you're wondering what your home is worth, just reach out to me. I'd love to have that conversation. And really, if you know anyone that's interested in buying or selling a home, I love your referrals. This past week, I got 4 referrals from my database. I do this every week to put my name out there and remind you guys that, hey, I'm out here. I'm a full-time realtor. I'm invested in your community. I'm invested in your market. So that's my market update. Thank you for checking out my content, and I'll catch you next week.